So in a relationship, should you follow your head, your heart, or your hormones?
I follow my head, but not the one you're thinking.
Why did you make this choice not to date an actor?
I would not want to be feeling insecure about my lady love going onto set and romancing another man. What is your love language?
My love language is definitely physical touch. And thank you.
Good smile.
Stop flirting with me.
Can't help it.
Hello everyone and welcome to my new show In Bed with Shenaz. And today, in my bed, I have a surprise for you. Ta-da! Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Your order has been delivered.
My order is delivered. Welcome to the show where we talk about love, dating, relationships, sex, and all things romantic.
Oh, lovely. It's my cup of tea.
I know, that's why I invited you. So I have a few questions from my book, I'm gonna start easy on you, and then I'm gonna go a little bit, crazy. All right. So
it's been a while since I read your book, though. I was one of the first few to read it.
You were. Maybe you need to reread it.
I do. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It's very well written.
Wow.
Yeah, I could see so many parallels with your life and the protagonist. Just trying to figure out, do I fit inside any of the chapters?
Well, keep guessing. So first question, all right? Do no butterflies mean no love? Have you ever had a relationship where you've not had the butterflies?
I think initially, in every relationship, of course, there are butterflies. But with time, that kind of fizzles out. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that the love fizzles out.
Okay.
You get excited by other things. That maybe that initial attraction is not, it's still there, but it takes a different form. So, a few years ago, I had a couple of pets, a couple of cats, and when I would travel out of Bombay for a long period and I'd come back, I would actually have butterflies in my stomach in the anticipation of meeting them again. Mm-hmm. And that's obviously not romantic love, but it's a different kind of love. It's a love from maybe a father to I thought of myself as their father. Mm. So it was a fatherly kind of love.
So according to you, no butterflies means no love. So when you see your girlfriend after a really long time, or one of your ex-girlfriends after a very long time, do you have butterflies?
Yes, kind of I do, yeah, definitely.
Kind of?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
It depends how many exes before she was.
So, no butterflies means no love according to Ashmit Patel. And what is love according to you?
Oh, if anyone can answer this question, they would be...
No, but what is love? Is love the thing you feel, the butterflies in your stomach that you feel in the first 2 years of the relationship? Or is it the choice love you make to be with that person even after knowing who that person is?
Yeah, absolutely. Love keeps evolving, and love is an everyday choice that you make to be in love. There's some days when you're in a relationship and you hate the person in front of you. Maybe you fought or you have some disagreements and you just can't stand the sight of the person. But in spite of that, you don't give up on it, and you know that this is just a fleeting, it's a moment or it's a phase, and you decide and choose to love the person.
So according to you, love is a choice?
It is.
It is a choice.
It is.
For me, the beginning is not love, because the beginning is like nice with everybody.
It's a honeymoon phase. Everybody has. Everything's hunky-dory. Everything's with golden tint. Yeah. Everything seems so beautiful.
Right.
But once that wears off, and then you still stick with each other after knowing the flaws and the shortcomings, I think you're right.
So that is real love?
That is.
That according to you is love. Now I'm going to ask you the golden question, okay?
Ooh.
Can a boy be threatened by a girl's success?
It depends on the individual. Depends on the guy.
No, we're talking about you. You're the guy.
I'm the guy. I haven't been in a situation where I've been threatened by a girl's success, no.
So say you're with an actor, and then she's getting a lot of acting jobs, and maybe you're not at that time. Would you be threatened by that?
I wouldn't be threatened, but it definitely would make me want to pull up my socks. Mm-hmm. I definitely would want to be the principal bread earner in a relationship, especially if I was married. I would like to support my partner more than not the other way around. I wouldn't like to be a ghar jamai in that sense, and I definitely don't want my partner to be doing the heavy lifting in the relationship. I'm a bit traditional in that sense. I like to.
So you do believe in male and female roles?
Definitely.
So you feel like the man should provide?
Should be the provider, yeah.
And the girl should do what?
I mean, she should also pursue her love and her passions, but whatever she earns should be for herself.
Okay.
If she wants to go and buy expensive Gucci bags, then she can do that off her own money. That's not something that I would encourage.
That's not something you're funding. Okay.
I'm not funding that.
So are you saying you would not date an actor?
I, a few years ago, had made the conscious decision not to. But never say never. You never know when Cupid strikes, and
right.
You fall in love. And
okay. So why did you make this choice not to date an actor?
I would not want to be feeling insecure about my lady love going onto set and romancing another man.
Right. So girls who say that they don't want to date an actor, they are justified in saying that.
Sure. Yeah.
What makes you feel, a little bit insecure, and what makes you feel secure?
I think I'm someone who likes, maybe one of my love languages is words. So a nice message in the morning, or if she's away out of town traveling, drop me a message in the middle of the day saying, hey, I'm thinking of you. That will make me feel secure. And just small things. I think small, tiny things,
just
gestures.
Keeping in touch, basically.
Yeah, keeping in touch, small little gestures.
So, yes, love languages.
What is your love language?
My love language is definitely physical touch. And, thank you. Physical touch. And I can't decide whether it's words of affirmation, because I know words are shallow, but I do like words.
Shenaz, have I told you how lovely you look? I just love the fact that you don't wear any makeup and you still look like $1 million.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you so much.
Even though I said I wouldn't want to date an actress.
Okay.
She doesn't fall in that category.
All right.
I'm trying to propose to you on camera here.
Oh, really? You're making me nervous now.
Yeah, you are sweating a bit.
Yeah, stop it.
It happens to most women when they're around me. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, very flirty guy this is. So, let's talk about triggers.
Okay.
Right? So, what triggers Ashmit? What are the things that trigger you? That means if your girlfriend does something or says something, what makes you go from 0 to 100?
Repetition, something that is repeated all the time. If it's something that we've discussed at length many times, we've addressed an issue, and then that person keeps bringing it up. It's kind of like you're poking. It's kind of like a bit of a.
But maybe then it's not resolved. Maybe that it's not resolved, and that's why she's bringing it up over.
Well, it can be resolved. How can it not be resolved after multiple conversations? It's so happened that I've had 2, 3, 4 conversations about a particular issue, and it's still brought up. So then that's kind of like you're trying to nag the person, you're trying to poke the person, you're trying to poke me and get a reaction out of me. So if I were smart, I'd just not react. And that's something that I need to work on, and I'm working on.
Okay. So that's a trigger for you. So someone bringing up the same thing over and over again.
Yes.
For me, a big trigger is if I confide in my person about something, and then later on when we're having a fight, that person brings it up. That's a big trigger, because that's like, I told you this in confidence, and now we're in a fight, and now you're bringing it up and throwing it in my face. It's used as a weapon. So that's my first trigger. Now your second trigger?
Honking.
Oh.
When I'm driving or when I'm sitting in a car and people are just blaring their horns, or if I'm just walking on the roads, it is just the most annoying thing ever.
Yeah, for me too. We have that in common. Let's talk about attraction. So what makes a girl very attractive to you?
The qualities that obviously when I was younger, it was more physical. And initially it is always the physical that attracts you to a person. But for it to last and to endure, it has to be more than just physical. So someone who's mature emotionally, intelligent.
So somebody who has EQ.
Someone who has EQ, emotional.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so that's very attractive to you.
It is, yeah.
Okay. Number 2?
Number 2, good smile.
Stop flirting with me.
Can't help it. Aadat se majboor.
What about lifestyle? Lifestyle
Lifestyle is a
very important
huge
thing.
one. Yeah, I don't think I could date someone who smokes.
Okay.
I get turned off immediately.
And what about somebody who's like lifestyle is a huge thing for me, for example. I can't date somebody who's a big party person, who's like always going out at night, because I like to sleep by around 11:30, 12, or at least I like to be home by 11. So I'm more homely at night and I'm more like outdoorsy in the day. So if I'm dating somebody who's like a party guy and he's out till 3 in the morning, that's never going to work. So do you have something like that?
So I don't prescribe to that lifestyle. I lead a very, very healthy life.
But does lifestyle matter to you?
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
Should we go to another question?
Sure.
Is being single equal to being desperate? Do you feel that it's okay to be single as you get older, or do you feel like you need a life partner?
I definitely want a life partner, but I also I've enjoyed my times when I've not been in relationships, when I've been solo and single. I think a lot of growth from your relationships happens in the interim when you're between relationships, because you get to reflect on everything that may have gone wrong in your relationships, and that's very important, I think. And I don't think there's any age per se. I see so many people now my age who were married earlier, have kids, getting separated. So I mean, they're now single after having.
All my single friends are crying about being single, and all my married friends are crying about being married.
All my married friends are saying, don't ever get married. They look at me with so much envy.
To get married. So what is right, and what is the right way to be? I think the grass is always greener. The married people want to be single. The single people want to be married. I don't want to be married.
I think it's an individualistic thing.
Yeah, but I want a life partner also.
I want a life partner too. Hey. Hey.
So then, okay. So in a relationship, should you follow your head, your heart, or your hormones? What do you usually do? You follow your head, your heart, or
I follow my head, but not the one you're thinking.
So you follow your hormones.
I follow my hormones.
Okay, you can be honest.
No, I don't. I'm just kidding. It depends what I'm looking for. In a relationship, I think it has to be a mix of head and heart.
But what do you usually do? Is
hormones.
it head, heart, hormones?
Initially, it's just hormones.
Hormones. Okay, so you follow your hormones in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's attraction. Physical attraction is the first thing that draws you in.
Okay.
Or makes
But then what turns you off? Like, is there anything that can turn you off? Like, this person is very hot, and now you're out at dinner with them, and what would turn you off where you're like, oh, I don't even...
If they talk rudely to the waiters, they order food and don't consume it all, they waste food, ask for mineral water in a plastic bottle, cut.
Seriously, even if they're really, really hot.
If they're really, really hot, maybe I would maybe post dessert, have another round of dessert, and then no second date.
But would you not tell that person? Maybe that person doesn't know, and would you try to educate them?
I mean, I don't know if I'm really, really into the person and I feel like, the person would be receptive to it, yeah. But most people don't care. They just, how much you tell them, they're not going to change. So why bother?
So you rather just not date that person. Okay, so the 3 turn-offs for you are, number 1, if they waste food, if they talk rudely to the waiters, or if they use plastic and they're just don't care about the planet.
Planet, yeah.
And in a relationship, do you like to move in, live with the person? Like, what do you really want from a relationship?
Depends the stage that we're in.
But like eventually, what do you want to do?
Eventually, yeah, at the age that I'm in, I want to have a live-in. I want to have a life partner. I want to do life with someone and be with that someone into old age.
And what give us 3 quick qualities that you would like in that person?
EQ, zest for life, and there should be good chemistry.
Okay.
Yeah, should be very good chemistry
Okay.
in bed. Just in case you're wondering.
Okay, now I'll ask you another question. Is infidelity a deal breaker for Ashmit Patel?
I think it is, yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what are the other deal breakers? Like, you're in a relationship, you're happy, and they do something and it's over. What is it?
Well, if they disrespect my parents, if there's physical violence, these are 2 or 3 things.
I'm sure nobody can hit you.
So you'd be surprised. I can't hit anyone, but or hit anyone back. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Physical violence
Okay.
is definitely a no-go.
Okay. Would you like the woman to move into your house and live with your parents? Because you live with your parents right now, right?
Right now I do, yes.
Okay, so you live with your parents. Would you like the girl that you're with to move into your family home with you?
It depends on my circumstance. At this point in time, if I were to get into a relationship with someone and wanted to move in, maybe for the next interim 6 to 12 months, I would want her. If we wanted to move in immediately, yeah, I would.
You'd want her to live with your parents.
But eventually, I value my independence, and I also know that it would be healthier for my relationship with my partner if we live separately.
And your parents also, I guess. Now, last question. Are our past lessons a blessing or a curse? You know, all the lessons you've had from your relationships, are they blessings, like they teach you, or do you think it's a curse because you get more cynical?
Well, if you actually learned the right lesson, it wouldn't be cynical. You would be taking the lesson positively.
So what lesson have you learned from your past relationships?
So for example, the relationship where I spoke of being abused physically, I should have cut the cord immediately. And now I can be cynical about it and say, you know, I was abused and this and that and the other, and I play victim. But no, the fault was in me, because I should have cut off. I should have been very clear, made my boundaries very clear the first time it happened. There's a lot of lessons.
Give me 3 top lessons. Think about it.
So dishonesty, lies. I was lied to in one relationship a long time ago. Small things which could have been discussed, I understand why the person maybe didn't feel comfortable telling me about certain things that she did. But had she approached me, had we spoken about it, I was going to find out eventually anyway, right? So why not just discuss it beforehand and lessen the blow?
I'm very curious. What did she lie about?
That we will discuss off camera.
Number 3?
Number 3, infidelity. I've been cheated on, and that's a complete no-no.
How did you find out you were being cheated on?
Of one of my very close friends actually told me. Okay. And he was holding back from telling me because of obvious reasons. I was very into this girl and he didn't want to break my heart. But then when it started getting more serious, he realized that maybe I would take a step in that, putting the ring on the finger. That's when he told me.
And then what did you do after that?
I cut the cord immediately. No closure, no reasons why, no nothing. She's probably still wondering why I did it, but she deserved it.
Okay. So your past...
I was being vengeful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, she doesn't deserve an explanation from me.
Okay. Okay. So your past lessons are a blessing or a curse?
A complete blessing.
Okay.
I am where I am today, in your bed. It's a blessing.
So what's your takeaway from this episode?
Takeaway from this episode is that I've realized we have a lot in common.
You and I?
You and I. Values and our takes on relationships and lifestyle, etc., etc., etc. Lot in common.
Really? So now what are you going to do with that information?
Why don't I just show you?
Okay, good.
Thank you for being here, Ashmit.
Thank
and
you,
now
Shenaz.
you can lie down.
Oh wow, this just gets better by the second.
Bye-bye. Thanks for watching In Bed with Shenaz. See you next time with another guest who will be in my bed next week. Wait and watch.